Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Wednesday. It's the 11th of February, 2026. Gonna look at the third race from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember, please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Should be a good week of racing here in New York with no cancellations, knock on wood. But going forward now for the next couple weeks, weather looks nice and warm, above freezing, so it's gonna be a heat wave here in New York. If we're going to look at this third race from Aqueduct, which is quite a good race here. It's allowance optional claimer purse $83,000. Race for 3-year-olds, which have not won 20,000 once, other than main claiming starter or state bred allowance race, which never won 2 races. Optional claim price of 100 grand. 7 horses are contesting 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the main track. I'm gonna take the 3 horse Blue 42 as a top selection. We're gonna go 3-5-4-1 in the superfecta. 3-5-4-1 super. Top selection 3 horse Blue 42. This Rachel Snell trained 3-year-old colt by Audible. Christopher Elliott gets the mounts. The horse's most recent out came 21st November at Laurel. 6 furlongs off 6-2 claimer. Second by 1/4 lengths, and he sat back early. He had a bit of a middle move around the far turn. He moved a little bit late. It was a half bad race. He doesn't have forwardly pace. He's going to see some strong pace to close up into, and I think he can find a trip to win. Something that does scare me. The rail was live last week. Outside moves weren't being, that generous. So he's going to have to find a trip here, and hopefully the track's a little bit, not as biased as it was last week. Two back at Laurel, 5.5 off 6-2. He finished second by 1/4 lengths. Again, he saw pace to close up into. Not the best beginnings, was a little bit wide, but he was gaining. Not a bad race in the feet. The way he runs like a turf horse. They actually tried him a very tough spot at the end of September at Laurel, mile 16 to end the Laurel futurity, finishing fifth by 6 lengths. He just wasn't getting the trip. Maybe he just wants to go sprinting. And then at Delaware, 6 furlongs in Dover, he finished third by 2.25 lengths, where he moved a little bit late, but it wasn't anything spectacular. He won on debut at Delaware quite nicely, going 5/8. Winning by nose that they got there in the nick of time. That was a very good driving away victory. Coming here, training well, Belmont. I think he can win. 5 horse Hong Kong Fui for Ruben Silvera, who's having a good meeting. I think this horse could find a trip also. One in his sophomore outing here at Aqueduct, going six in the main optional 75 back in October. Went in by head from a tracking trip. He held on clear. Came back to run here 2 weeks ago over the 6 and optional 50, where he finished third by 11.25 lengths, where he just was a little bit flat. I do think he needs the race for the off the bench. I think coming to an extra furlong should really suit him well. He could definitely win. And the 4 horse Igniter, he's getting serious class relief from his most recent race in Remsen, where he had a very wide trip and just never getting into it. He's another horse I think cutting back to 7 is something he really wants to do. Is this race not nearly as tough as the Saratoga maiden race or even that Aqueduct race on the 27th of September? Refreshing here, I give him a shot on the ticket. But to recap my selection for the third from Aqueduct, we're going to take the 3 horse Blue 42, give kudos to the 5 horse Hong Kong Fui and the 4 horse Igniter, 3-5-4-1 Super, 3-5-4 in the multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.